Hello and welcome back, kids. How's it going, guys? Good enough? Oh, yes. So, you know what we will be talking about today? We will be talking about a very important thing, a very important characteristic, or a very important trait in our life. Okay? So, what that trait is, I will tell you what it is. But before that, tell me one thing. How your day has been? What you guys have done? Or what was the most interesting part for you for the day? And as I can see, so many of your friends are still joining in. So till the time, tell me how your day have been and what was the most interesting part for the day? Quickly tell me. Yes. Very good. Oh, wow. That's impressive. Very interesting. Yes, very good. Very nice. That's good. Oh, superb. Nice. Very good. Wonderful, guys. Very amazing. That's too good. So good, guys. So good to see this. So good to know this. Very nice. Okay. Now, just quickly tell me one thing. Good. Okay. So tell me one thing. Is this ever be possible to play a game of cricket without a team? Is that possible? Write or share your answers in the comment section by giving me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. So tell me, is it possible for you, for anyone to play cricket? Yes, cricket, a big game that is played with a bat and a ball. There is a fielder. Yes, the wicket keeper. Yes, the batsman, the bowler, and an umpire too. And so many fielders right there on the field. Okay, so is it possible? Tell me. No, right? No is the right answer here. Why? Because cricket is a game that can be played or that will be played and that should be played with a team, right? Oh, yes. Similarly, is this possible to play football or basketball game? Only one person will be there and a game that can be played basketball. Will that be possible to play basketball, football, or a game like cricket to play without a team? That only one person is playing that game. Is that possible? No, guys. So such games needs a team. That means a group of people, right? And that what is the theme for the day. And that what we will be talking about today. So I will be narrating a story, not one story in fact. I will be narrating two stories which will convey the same meaning and has the same moral to it. We will have a same learning from both the stories. So both the stories will convey one message. And what will that one message be? That we will get to know later. Okay? So, the story is The Cows and the Lion. The first story that I will be narrating for you is The Cow and the Lion. Okay, guys? So, are you all ready? All set? Okay. So, 4 cows lived in a forest near a meadow. Okay? So, there were 4 cows who were really good friends. And those 4 cows stays together. Okay? They live together. So they were really good friends and therefore did everything together. Since they are very good friends, so they used to do everything together. They grazed together and stayed together. So what does grazing means? Yes. So the cow, when they went on to eat the grass, that process or that thing is called grazing. So cow grazed the grasses. Very good. Yes, so a cow grazes. Okay. So what they do, they were really good friends. They were so good friends and close friends. So they did everything together from grazing to staying. So they do it together. Because of which there were two lions in the jungle. Okay, two lions were there in the jungle. Two friends lion. The lion, those two lions were friends. So they were there in the jungle, and many times these lions tried to attack these cows, but they failed. Any idea why did they fail? Yes, because right. Because it is difficult to attack a group. Attacking one person is easier, but attacking a group or many people, when many people are together, when many things are together, it is difficult to attack them, right? So that's the reason why these two lions were trying to attack them, but they failed to do so because the cows lived in a group and they always stayed together. And that's the reason why, okay, so that's the reason why, because of which these lions were not able to kill them or were not able to hunt them for food. What does lion eat? Lion eat the flesh of other animals, right? So these lions were desperately trying. They have a keen eye on those cows. They always follow them. They chase them, but still, and they be after them, trying to look for an opportunity, trying to seek an opportunity, one chance where they can attack them and kill them to have their food. Okay, but since the cows always stay together, they are always together, they always remain in group, it was difficult for the lions to hunt them. Okay, but suddenly one day what happened? The friends fought and it was a little quarrel between them. They fought and each cow went to graze in a different direction. Since they fought, they had a fight among themselves. They fought between them. There was a fight between them. So what they did? Out of ego, they all went in 4 different directions for grazing. They did not stay together that day. Okay? So what happened? Unfortunately, they did not went to grazing. They did not went for grazing together. Instead, they all four of them went in 4 different directions. Yes. And that's how those lions got the opportunity to attack them and to kill them. Yes, they saw it. They saw the whole situation as they were following them. So every day when they followed them, they were always in group. But that day, what happened? Since all 4 of them went in 4 different directions, so it was easier for the lions to attack one single or an individual cow, one cow. So it's difficult to attack one, right? And that's how they killed all of them one by one, because they all were alone that day. They all were very alone and single that day. They were not in a group. So what does that mean? What was the moral of the story then? Yes, the moral is very good. That means unity is strength. Union is strength. When we are together, when anything stays together, okay, when there is anything which is in a group and stays together, it's easier to break it. It's easier to harm it. But when things go apart, when things go alone or become one, then it's easier to attack it, to attack it. Exactly. For in the case of cows, it was easier to kill them, to kill a cow which is alone, all alone. So it is easier to kill a cow which is one, right? So here I will be showing you this one with a very live and realistic example. As you can see, I have few sticks with me. Okay, as you can see, these are the sticks that I have with me, right? So if I need to break one, You must have been through this. You must have seen it, right? You must have tried it also. So it's easier to break one single stick. As you can see, I have break it. Yes, I broke it very easily. Why this happened? Because this was single. But when I tried to break a bundle of sticks, then what is easier then? Tell me, what is easier? Option A, to break one stick. Option B, to break a bundle of sticks. Yes, guys, that is the right answer. Very good. Yes, keep trying. What is easier to break? What can be easily broken? Option number A for you. Option number A, I'm speaking it again. One stick or a bundle of sticks. Bundle of sticks means a group of sticks. Yes. So a group of sticks is called bundle. A group of sticks is called bundle. So what is easier? What according to you is easier to do? To break one stick or to break bundle of sticks? Well, yes, option B is the right answer because it's difficult to break a bundle of sticks. And as you can see, I have been struggling. I have been trying to break it, but it's difficult for me to break them. Reason why? Because this is a bundle of stick and it's difficult to harm or break a bundle. And it's easier to harm or affect one stick. So that's how the moral of the story was unity. Unity means when we are together, when something is together. Okay? So unity is strength, guys. Yes, there is a strength in unity. So we should always stay together. We should stay with our friends. And that's how we become even more powerful. Our power got double, right? I have power and there's a friend of mine who has power. So when we stay together, when we play in a match together, for example, tug of war. So there are two teams for tug of war. You have seen that tug of war thing. So my power plus my friend's power will become double power, right? That's how it's important to have a unity. Unity is one of the very beautiful and the most powerful quality. So we should always have this unity within us, right? Yes, that's one of the most beautiful quality. Okay, so tell me quickly, who all have played tug of war here? Apart from me? Oh yes. Was that fun? Yes. And the team which has more power, the team members who have more power won the game. Similarly, every game, every sport or many sports, not every, many sports that we play are played in teams. Football is there. So that football is a game which is played in teams. Basketball is a game which is played in teams. Hockey is a game which is played in teams. And cricket is a game which is played in teams. In this way, the games are also played in teams. Reason why? One person cannot play it all alone. It needs a group of people, and a group of people, when played together, are called as teams. Exactly, guys. Wonderful. So that was one story about the cows and the lion, where the lion took the advantage of a fight between the cows and one day killed all of them, hunt all of them and eat them. So these close friends, if they would not have fought, if there was no fight, then something like this would not have happened. Something like this, they would not have died, right? They wouldn't have died. Okay? So that's how it is always said, and it is always believed that there is a unity. There is a strength in unity. Okay? Okay, guys. So coming on to the next story. Okay, any guesses which story this is about? Whose story is this? Yes, the moral of this story also is same, but here it is showing the power of unity. Here, in the earlier story, it was shown that they lack unity. Those 4 cows lack unity. There was no much unity in them. That's the reason why one day they had to, or they got killed. But in this story that I will be narrating just now, what is the case? The case is different. Here, they will show you, they will tell you, and will give you an example of the power of being in unity, the strength of being in unity. Yes, guys. So, this is the story about a group of doves. So, white pigeons, the bird which looks similar to the white pigeons, are called doves. So, you know doves? So, I will be using, there's a soap also by this name, and there's a bird on the as an icon of it. So that's the bird which is a dove. So the bird name is called dove. So once upon a time there was a group of doves, and a group of doves are called flock. So group of any bird is called flock. What it is called? Flock. So flock means a group of birds. Flock means a group of birds. Okay, before this, tell me one thing. A group of players is called? Write in the comment section. Give it a try. A group of players is called? You got that right. That's a team. Very good. Okay, another one. I believe that everyone here would know this. And so, I'm expecting 100% response on this one. A group of students is called? What is a group of students called? Oh, yes! The answers have started flowing in. Very good. Group of students is called what? Question mark, that you have to tell me. Oh, wow. Good. Yes, everyone. Wonderful. Right. So the group of students is called a class. Very good. Okay. And as I have given you an example of stick, a group of sticks is called, if this is one, so this is a stick. If there is a group of this, what it is called? Yes, what is this now? This whole set of sticks is called? Yes, I have repeatedly used this also. So that's called the bundle of sticks. Very good. Okay, another one. It's fun. I'm liking this. Very good, very good. That's called bundle. Very good. So a group of sticks is called bundle. Well done, everyone. Now, from a very common example and a fruit which everyone likes. So, a group of grapes is called? What is a group of grapes called? Where there's this thing and we used to eat it like this. Like this. What is that thing called? Yes. Give it a try. Yes. What is that called? It is a rhyming word. Okay, it rhymes with word punch. That word, the answer rhymes with a word punch. So tell me, you know what rhyming means? It has the same sound. So the word sounds similar with the word punch. So punching, that's a punching. Punch, and a word which means a group of grapes. So that is called? Oh yes, you got that right. That's a bunch of grapes. Oh, I am feeling hungry now. A fruit that's so juicy and a bunch of grapes right on my over my mouth. That was yummy. Wasn't that? So that's a bunch of grapes. Similarly, a group of something has one name to it. Okay. So there is something for everything, for every group of things, there is one name to it. For example, as you said, a group of players is called team. A group, okay, a group of sticks is called bundle, as I have shown you with this example time and again. So a group of sticks is called bundle. That's number 2. Similarly, a group of students. Yeah. So we in the school, what we are called as? So we have a class, right? So a group of students is called a class. Then what else? A group of grapes is called the bunch, right? So this is how there are many more things like these, which when are in the group, which when are available in the group, are called as, has some name to it, and this is called collective noun. We call them collective nouns, guys. Yes, so I will tell you, or I'll be talking about this topic later, but here, what is the motive? Unity. Yes, so here, what is the motive of the session? Why we are gathered here? To listen to stories about unity and union in strength. Yes, that's what we are here for, and to know the power of staying in unity. So, as we were talking about the group of doves, that means a flock of doves. So, once upon a time, there was a flock of doves who used to fly from one place to another all over the sky in search of food and water, that has been led by, or that has been kept by the people of that kingdom. So there was a group of doves. Okay. So there was a group of doves which used to fly from one place to another, which used to wander and fly from one place to another just in search of food and water, which was led by the people of that kingdom. Okay, so there was a king, by the people of the kingdom as well as by the king. So one day, while they were looking for food, they patiently kept on flying and with the hope that at least they will find something, they kept on continuing flying. They kept on searching for the food, and thus flying from one place to another, again from another place to the third place. Similarly, they kept on wandering throughout the day. They kept on flying and looking for food. But everyone get tired. But then there was a moment when they failed to find anything. Everyone got so tired. They got very much tired about it. But then what happened? Their king. So every group has one king to it. You know, there is one more creature who lives in a group and they have a king or queen to them. Any guesses? Other than lion, lion is the king of the jungle. Lion is a king of the jungle. But there is a one group of ants. They have a queen. So similarly, the group of ants is led by or is headed by a queen. So there every group of ant has one queen to it. Yes, there is one ant who becomes the queen of that group and is the leader of that group. She leads the group. Similarly, in the case of doves, there was a king. So the king encouraged all the other doves to give one more try, to at least try a little harder. So he told them, he encouraged them to at least give few more tries. Okay, so after getting motivated, after being encouraged by their king, all the doves give one more try and kept on hunting for the food. Then suddenly there was a hope that emerged. They luckily found a place, a set of grains lying on the floor under one tree, under one banyan tree. What they saw? One of them saw while hunting. So when they hunt, so they hunt at different places, like 2 to 3 doves. What they do? They move in this direction. Similarly, another doves look at a little bit another direction. So they travel in group and look for food. So one of them saw some grains lying under a tree. They immediately, yes, all of them immediately flew towards that tree and started eating the grains which was lying under the tree. Yes, which was lying under the banyan tree. They started having their food. Then suddenly one thing happened. A thing came onto them. Suddenly there was a thing that came onto them and covered all of them. What was that? Any guesses? A thing that wrapped them and covered all of them from above. So what's that something? Well, right, that was a cage. Not a cage, that was a trap, a net. A net that has covered or trapped all of them. Okay, so what happened? So that was a trap. Yes, that was a trap laid by a hunter. So it was his technique of catching all the pigeons so that he can hunt them. So a hunter laid a trap by keeping the grains under a banyan tree, so that whenever any bird or a group of doves, as in this case, came to eat it, when they eat it, they immediately got trapped, or he can trap them. That's what he did. They all got so upset and tried harder to get out of it. They kept on trying. After making so many efforts, everyone lost hope. Yes, they all have been trying so harder, but they all failed to free themselves from the trap, and they failed to open the trap, to cut the trap. Then comes the king. Then comes the king of the dove, right? Remember the king of the dove, who also encouraged them to go further, who also encouraged them to give it another try, to give little more attempt. Remember? Yes. So the king again suggested all of them and advised them to give a push to fly upwards, but everyone should fly together. So what would have happened then? Yes, when every one of them, what he suggested? He suggested all of them, he advised all the doves to fly upwards, okay, to fly in upwards direction together. And when they did so, they together with the force, with the power, because now their power got 10 times extra, because they were in unity, they were together, and that's the reason why with that full power, they all of them flew upwards, all of them flew higher or upwards, and able to pull the trap with them. They took away the trap, and along with that trap, they flew above the sky. The hunter desperately tried to catch them, but he failed, and to his astonishment, to his surprise, they flew away. They were no more in his trap, but still caged. Yes, still caged in that net. The net was still above them. They were not free completely. So what they did, the king again advised them to move to the temple where there is a friend of him lived. Where there is a friend of the king dove lived. And who that friend is? Any guesses? Any guesses? So a friend of the king lived there. King Dove lived there. Who has this habit of gnawing? Who has this habit of nibbling the things? So he nibbles everything. So who that character, who that creature can be? Oh yes, that's a mouse. Very good. Very well done. So there was a mouse who was a very dear, very close friend to King Dove. And he respects him a lot. The mouse respects King Dove a lot. King Dove has been the oldest member, oldest creature of that group. He is the oldest one in the group. So everyone respects him. Other than his group, even the mouse respects him a lot. So the King Dove advised his fellow members or the members of that group to move towards or to fly towards the temple so that they can take whose help? Mouse's help. Yes, so that in that case they can take Mouse's help, who is a very dear friend to King Dove. They approached to the temple and told the mouse everything about what has happened to them. Told him the whole incident. Okay? And told him the whole incident, guys. And what happened then? The mouse with his what? Sharp teeth. No, the cage. Kach, 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 like this. Yes. He has this sharp teeth, the pointed sharp teeth right in front. So he gnaw or he nibble everything and therefore set them free. Okay? So he totally set them free. Right? Yes. And that's how all the birds, with their power, with their strength, and with the wiseness of their leader, yes, who was the king of that group, their leader, they make themselves free. So in this way, the moral of the story is justified, which says unity or union is strength. So whenever we are doing something, if we do it in team, our power, our strength got doubled. Our strength got many more times than what it actually is. And okay, now tell me, which other character has been a helping hand? Which other creature has been a helping hand to those flock of doves? Which other character, which other creature has been a big help to those doves, to those flock of doves? So who has that person been? Who has that creature been? Oh yes, very good. Yeah, that's the right answer. Very good. More, everyone. Well said, very well said, very nice. Yeah. Who that been? Yes, that was a mouse. If mouse wouldn't have been there to help them, they still be in the cage. They can't be totally or they can't be completely free. They have saved their lives, though they have saved their lives from the hunter. But still, they were caged, they were trapped. And the mouse, by eating and by gnawing and nibbling the trap, by nibbling the net cage, he set all of them free. So there was one such story where a mouse helped someone. That someone is the king of the jungle. If you remember, so a mouse helped someone by gnawing and nibbling the cage. So remember that story? Yes, very good. So that story was, any more guesses? Very good. Yes, that story was the lion and the mouse. Yes, we have covered the story in our previous sessions. Remember? Yes, so this way, the mouse has been a big helping hand to the king of the jungle. Also, here in this case, the mouse has been a big helping hand to whom? To the flock of doves. So, the moral of the story is union is strength. And by any chance, if you know, there is one more moral. Any guesses what it can be? Well tried. Yes. Any more moral? Good, very good. Very nice. Yes. So another moral is intelligence is the biggest strength. Intelligence is also the biggest strength. If you get panic in some situation, you would have failed to solve it. You would have failed to solve it if we get panic, if we got hassle. But if we smartly and intelligently think of a solution with patience, we can definitely solve that problem. Yes, and that too very smartly, very easily. So we should for every problem, yes, we should always think rather than becoming nervous, rather than becoming confused and you can say nervous about it, confused and nervous about it. We should try to look for the solution, and that can only be done through patience and correct set of intelligence. So intelligently you can solve every problem. So as was the case, as I have told you that, so which other story was that where where a mouse, that mouse has been a helping hand to the character, and that story was the mouse and the lion, where that angry and arrogant lion made fun of the mouse. Remember? Yes, that angry big lion made fun of the mouse by saying that he is such a small tiny creature. He has no strength to it. So how he can be a help to the lion? But one day the mouse proved him wrong by helping him. Remember? Yes. So this way the mouse proved the lion wrong by helping him in the same way of gnawing and nibbling the cage, and therefore set the lion free from the hunter's trap. And so in the case of this story, where the mouse freed the flock of doves. Remember that thing? Yes, the mouse freed that flock of birds by gnawing their cage. They would have been freed. Yes, and still he managed to, by gnawing it, he managed to save them. Yes, by freeing them from the lion's trap. Okay, guys? So, now quickly tell me, there can be many more morals to this story. So, what else can be the moral? What other thing can be the moral? One is standard, that is unity is strength. Remember? Yeah, the unity is strength is one of the core moral of the story. There are many more. Think about it. Yes. So, as you have seen that two times in the story, the king dove, the old wise dove, because he's the oldest one, he's the oldest character of the story, one of the oldest character in the story. So he has been the wisest one, the one who is the wisest among them. So he encouraged his fellow mates, he encouraged his team members beautifully and told them to take the right steps. That's what has happened. Remember? this way, another moral or the second moral from the story that we get is what? A leader is a yes, very good. A leader is one of the strongest teammate. So it's always a blessing. It is always a blessing to have a great leader. Yes, if any team has a good leader, that team definitely do well in life. That team definitely achieve something in life if they have a good leader. So a good leader is the biggest blessing. Very well done, everyone. That's so true. So it's always good to have a good or a great leader. Yes? Yes or no? Yes. Now, quickly tell me, other than the mouse, which other creature gnaw or nibble? Which other creature does that? Other than the mouse. Yes, very good. Very nice. Good job. Yes. Squirrel is one of them. Very good. So that one of them is squirrel and another one is rat. That's the right answer. Very good. Yes. Now, there was one more hidden moral in the story if you guys have heard it properly. So, think about a relation or a bond between King Dove and a mouse. Who were they? Enemies? Father or son? No, they were teacher or a student. What were they? They were really good friends. So, a hidden or a secretive indirect moral that we can get from a story is a friend in need is a friend indeed. So this way, this specific story taught so much to us. It gave us three morals. So one is unity is strength. That means there is power in being united. There is power in unity. And union and unity is the same, has the same meaning. That means to stay together. Okay, that means to stay united and to stay together. So the first moral is unity is strength. Yes. Second one is a great leader is a blessing. Yes. Third one is a friend in need. This is the case of a mouse, that how he helped all those birds, all those doves, the flock of doves. He set them free by helping them when they actually needed. So this way, the moral that we learned is a friend in need is a friend indeed. Am I right? Yes, that's how a friend who helped you at the time of need is the biggest gift to you can ever get. Right? So in this case, what we have learned, that we should always stay united, because as we become united, as we stay united, as we remain united, we become even more stronger. Our strength, our power even got doubled. Yes, it become more. So always stay united. Yes, and know the value, know the importance of being in unity. Okay guys, I believe that you have learned a really good lesson, a moral for life today. And that too in the form of a story. So, do follow this preaching, do follow the learnings, adapt it in your life and inspire yourself, inspire others also. So, it was a great time with you all. I believe you had fun too and you had a big learning for the day today. Stay tuned. Keep learning more. We will be coming up with more such fun sessions for you on daily basis. Do attend the classes, do attend the sessions, and you will have to learn and have fun together at the same time. So that's all for the day. Stay home, stay safe. Bye-bye. And yes, keep washing your hands. Okay? See ya, guys.